Gosia. Thank you so
Hi.
much for being with me today. I'm excited for this conversation.
Hi, Sarah. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Good. I see you are in a very beautiful place.
I love being in beautiful places.
Mm,
And it wasn't always the case, but I now love it. I love it. I love beautiful places. Thank you.
nice. So you wrote an article for us, which is absolutely what the audience of this magazine is all about, and the target audience. It's midlife women going through change and going through a lot of health issues, right? And so I thought it would be a good idea to have you come back and talk to us a little bit. For example, many women in midlife, they feel like their body has changed overnight. So,
Mhm.
what's like one thing you'd say to someone feeling discouraged or disconnected from their body?
That the one thing would be that it's still your body, it's still the vehicle in which we travel through this world, through this dimension. And even though it has changed and it's not overnight because it's like a glitching system, and one day it's the old system and the next day it's the new thing that we don't know, but we still have the power to figure it out how it works. I actually, this is like I say all the time to myself, to my clients, I say it's the body that now it didn't come with a manual, but you've spent that many years knowing it, how it works. And now the game is changing. The rules are changing, the hormones are changing, the blueprint, and there is changing, and there is no manual. And you can figure it out. You get a little help here, a little help there. You look in yourself, you need to tune into yourself, and then you will figure it out.
Hmm.
Most importantly, though, you don't have to do it alone.
Yes, we have that idea that we actually do have to do it alone because, my family doctor, she's a woman. She has no idea what to tell me or, just, keep going, try this, try that. But there's really not a strategy or there's really not a protocol or something that might help me at least get in tune with what's going on with my body.
Well, it's been, I think the reason for that, and I like to refer how things were in the past, in a more distant past. I find that the civilization and how we organize our society and medical care is so detached from the nature that we forgot how it was in the past because we are perfect beings. We are perfect beings. We just live the way that that perfection can't happen, and we need to tweak it to make it happen for us. So in the past, women during that change would be would no longer have to look after their children. The children, because we gave birth earlier, so the children would have their own families by now, and most likely their own children. And I'm 50 this year. So if I was 50 eh, 200 years ago, my kids would be married, my daughter would be married and having her own children. So this is the expectation that we as women put on ourselves because that's what's expected of our society, from the society. This is how our life has come away from how it's meant to be. So we are now expected to perform as a fully fertile and hormonally fully fertile woman, but we no longer are. We are now in the season of wisdom. We're no longer the working bees, but we still try because that's how we constructed this society, which, by the way, is constructed by white men for white men. And they run on a different hormonal clock. Hello.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, truth bomb right here. I agree. We want to do. all the things forever, and that's just not how it's happening right now, right?
Yes.
Um, okay, so let's talk about the challenge you're having. It's starting next month. I'm
No.
in it.
So I find that my clients, and um, a lot of my clients are women during transition period. And a lot of my clients, even before that transition, they come to me with weight loss. But I see the weight loss, the weight gain, or challenges with weight to be even more important to our self-image.
Hmm.
And there's also a hormonal component to it. As we go through menopause, things change. You can't no longer get away with this or that. You can't no longer exercise the way you did, or maybe you never got to it. So I thought, what is the one thing that could help women most during the transition time? And I think it's the weight, and it's not only losing the weight or being your perfect weight, it's also the mindset that comes with it. Do you need to lose weight? Maybe you can be okay with the weight. You never know because it's a journey inwards. Where are you? Are you viewing yourself still as the fertile female, or are we entering wisdom? But I also want to say that weight is so detrimental to our health, the extra weight, the extra fat. And I think it's like we even though we still have children and we still look after them, now it's the time to look after ourselves. Estrogen, as it goes down, we no longer care. And girls, it's okay not to care as much anymore. And it's hormonal and it's okay. Now it's time to look into yourself. So that's one
Mhm.
perfect timing to start reconnect to your femininity, to be who you truly are and not perform the role you were assigned or you decided 20 years ago, 15 years ago, wherever that was. And there will be health benefits. As you're going through that change, you we gain a little weight, life changes, we sleep a little less, or not at all, or hardly ever. And the weight that we start carrying is metaphorical and physical. Is like because we no longer care, our burdens, our duties become heavier on us and they weigh us down. And it's time, like the timing with the hormonal changes is the perfect time to decide to put that weight away,
Hmm.
to be allowed not to care about as many things as we felt until now we have to, because we don't have to. So there you go. I hope it makes sense.
It does make sense. And it's so funny because somebody just told me the other day, we need to stop living our whole life from the inside out and not the other way around. Because when you let everything, the environment, influence every single decision you make, you're not going to be okay. Because you are living to up to everybody else's standards and not your own. So I really love that. Thank you for sharing that.
But you know, the even before we go through the transition, we women have raised to the challenge of this modern world, and our environment is not supporting us. This is why we need to just unapologetically decide what we let in and what's not serving us. And it's not like it's not serving us anymore because we are going through the transition from menopause or perimenopause. It never served us in the first place.
Oh, that's new. We don't think about that, do we?
Not at all. I give you the example. So we as women, because of the cycles, we are on a monthly clock, not a 24-hour clock. And now think about how you set up your meetings, your activities, your workouts, your food, your entertainment. You're supposed to perform every day in out the same way. And it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're in corporate career, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're at home, stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to do it on 24-hour clock, but your hormones
They
are
don't,
different every single week, even when you are still having a cycle,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So that's, yeah, we don't take that into account. Um,
Yes.
we should be more intuitive. Let's just go with that as well.
But the intuition for us, for femininity, for the intuition, it requires space. We
Hmm.
need to quiet down and we need to be well taken care of. And I'm not saying you need a caretaker. I'm saying when your needs are fulfilled and you're not rushed, you are in your feminine, then your intuition will come strong. If you are in a noisy environment when all the time you have to perform, there's always competition, there's noise of the world on you. If you're trying to be sensitive and you need to open the sensitiveness, you hear it's buzzing
Hmm.
and your whispers of your intuition get lost.
Right. That's good. That's really good. So
Mhm.
I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but then I feel guilty.
Why?
Well, how do we keep to our cycle or even on the weight loss or not just that with the hormones, like you just explained, we're on a 30-day clock, not a 24-hour one, and all of that. Then how can I stay consistent with what I have to do, be it weight loss or be living my life,
Yep.
without being all in or not at all, or just, not feeling guilty when I can't accomplish the things, when the weight's not falling off, when I'm doing the things.
So it's not feeling guilty, is just to give yourself the right and permission to do it how you need to have it done for you, unapologetically. We've been, as women, conditioned to be nice and polite. When was the last time you said no without giving a reason or explanation?
Yeah,
And no is a full sentence. And you don't have to be in this aggravated masculine. No, no, you can be
nice.
perfectly feminine saying no. And I have a different question to you, Sarah. How would guilt-free life on your terms, on your feminine terms, look like? How could it be soft and still on your terms?
Oh my gosh, that's like my ideal life.
Why why not? Why do you have guilt
Yeah,
to be wanting it?
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Because we're women.
that's not good enough reason. It's because we're women. What does that mean?
Well, it means we're living on these white men that created this society for themselves, and we're just an accessory, something like that. That's where my mind went straight when you said with no guilt.
But if that's what you want to do, then do it, be an accessory. But say, it's about, you can have the life, any life you want. You want to be an accessory? Is that your vision of your femininity? Is that how you want to do life? Excellent. That's also possible. And it's fully valid and there's no guilt. But you know what? It's about being accessory that is thriving in it. So it needs to be aligned with what's inside you. If you are very ambitious, then I'm not sure, but maybe you can be the best accessory.
Yeah.
But even if you just want to be an accessory to a white male, you can have it and it's just about communication, being not allowing the society to tell you it's wrong, you're not enough, you need to work, you need to do this and that. how about, this is a very good example, actually, because it's like, it's against all this feminist. And I'm telling you, I think it's absolutely fine if it's in line, aligned with you and your environment. Aka, the white male, maybe not white, maybe not a male, it doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't
But
matter.
if it's communicated and it's like it's cherished and it's welcome and this is what is understood, then that's what you do. So then you say, how am I thriving in this role, in this way? How my life needs to be organized in order for that to be the best experience I can have and he can have. And where are the duties? Like, how do we share responsibilities so I can be the best accessory? Have you seen an access woman? We're not using very nice words here, but
No,
a woman like that who is tired or underslept and she's still fabulous accessory?
no.
No. So she needs to claim her right to sleep. And
Yeah.
sleep is so important because you know how precious it is now that we are all in this season of life. And it leads me to weight loss. And this is my first tip for our audience.
Mhm.
Sleep is also needed for the weight loss, for regulating the weight in a gentle way with less effort. Because I don't believe in forcing things.
Mm.
I don't believe in doing crash diets. It's not about that. But I believe with the weight loss that you give your body what it needs and it will arrive at the weight that is perfect for you. And yes, it requires some discipline, but it's not about discipline of denying yourself pleasures or not being in tune with your appetite. It is about giving it all it needs. But you know what? When you don't sleep enough, biochemically, a hormone responsible for you feeling full and satisfied food-wise, it's not being produced, or it's not being produced in the amounts that is required. So that's one aspect of not sleeping enough and weight.
Mhm.
The second is when you wake up tired, you lack energy. And then most of the time we push through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But your body says, I didn't sleep, I didn't regenerate. I need to bring some fuel in to to kind of
Compensate.
push through.
Yeah, compensate. Yeah.
Yeah, to compensate. And so what do? We eat. We eat more. And it's not your fault that your strong will is not there. But because if you just do strong will, then we could fall on our faces, not
Right.
eating, not sleeping. But it's just the moments where you are not observing yourself and you just eat because you are lacking energy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is why you need to take care of sleep in order to be the good, correct weight.
That's good. So, and that has to do with our metabolism as well?
I think the metabolism is, uh, I don't think so. So for me, not in my world,
Mhm.
uh, the speeding metabolism, slowing down metabolism, how fast we burning. I have a question to this. Like, we are entering the age, I always laugh, like, when are we 50? We are the youngest of the old people.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and um, I don't want to speed up my metabolism. That's because if I speed up my metabolism, what does that mean? That means my body is doing everything quicker.
Mm.
So it's gonna like the turnover of my new cells is quicker, which means if there is any growth of anything that is undesired in my body, it's gonna happen quicker. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There is also a theory that our lifetime is counted in the calories we eat.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So that's another thing. So with our food is also a factor that comes from outside world. And it's our digestive tract is the outside on the inside. So the body uses resources to check every time you eat to check like, is it a friend or is it an enemy?
Oh,
Yeah. So it's effort for the body. I don't want my body to work hard. I want my body to live a long, good life. And I don't want to speed up the metabolism. Of course, if it's thyroid related issues, so if it's abnormally slow, then you need to sort out your thyroid. But you can do it also, you can support your thyroid through your lifestyle, through your diet. So I am not for like speeding metabolism. I am into give your body what it needs on every level. And I'm not talking just the biochemical substances, the nutritions that it needs, but I'm talking about emotions. I'm talking about energetically, happiness, your physical activity, your naughtiness, your pleasure bucket, your ambitions, all of this, your love bucket, and magic happens. Your body regulates itself.
are you telling me that we live intuitively, and if we live and do whatever feels good to us and eat whatever we feel good or what feels good to our body, we're doing it the right way?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Think about it. So
I
I'm
love.
also saying that if you satisfy, and I know it's never possible to do 100%, but it's like you can play with it. What if I add this to my life? What happens then with my desires, my cravings? Because your body always craves health, happiness, peace, and safety. Okay?
Right.
And the cravings that we experience are coming from that we compensate for something else. Otherwise, you would just walk by the counter of the beautifully glazed donuts and the sugared coffee, whatever pumpkin spice latte season is coming soon.
Yes, it is.
And you would just walk by and you would say, mm, not today. Or I don't need that. I'm dreaming about an apple.
Mm.
And I know everybody laughs when I'm talking about that, and they don't believe me, but it's true. I have my freezer is full of ice cream. We are on holidays. I have two ice cream eaters at home. There is some, we don't have chocolate, but we have other things because chocolate is my Uh, but I satisfy those cravings differently. Yeah, I don't need to eat calories to have my chocolate um desires satisfied. And there is and I'm jumping and I'm also saying that I even talk, I have a workshop in the School of Good Habits about deconstructing cravings. And we look at how just how what causes what craving for what food. And it comes again from the universe of the wholeness of your sleep, exercises, where you emotionally, where are you spiritually? Do you have love in your life? Do you have satisfaction? Do you have are your ambitions fulfilled? Where you are?
That's
Yeah.
good. Yes. The other day I was talking to someone and she was saying, she said she was considering eating a macaron, those small.
Hmm.
And I said, well, go for it, right? I mean, it's one little macaron. And she says, I don't know if I should. I want it, but I don't know. And I said, well, just do it, guilt free. And she said, you're right, I'm gonna do it. You know why? Because I feel like all my life I've been paying attention and not eating something that I really want and not doing this. And I'm kind of sick of it. I mean, she's my age, she's 50, right?
Yeah.
And so I sometimes feel that way. I just had never put that into words.
So yes. because of the society. So it's a societal norms that are put on us. You should be a good girl. You should be a slim girl. Yes, you can be a slim girl. I am all about health. I don't need to be slim. I want to be strong and healthy. But when you do the strong and healthy, when I'm doing it, it comes with beautifully slim body, not thin body, but it's well toned, well working, aesthetically pleasing body that is firm, but it's not size 0. So not size like 8. No, 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 I don't do that. And when what I propose with the weight loss is that you don't have to watch all the time. You just need to figure out a strategy that we then put on autopilot. So you think about it only at the initial stage, that you figure out what is going to work for me. There's experimental phase. And then it's just like brushing teeth, which I hope everybody does every morning and every evening anyway. And I've been doing this for years because my perimenopause started 12 years ago. And I had serious, serious issues. Like I would be nauseous to the extent that it would wake me up from sleep. And then I would call the first time around, I called the ambulance because it was like, oh my God, I'm having a stroke. And all I got was anti-anxiety pill. After they checked my vitals, they said, there's an anti-anxiety pill, go and get the psychotherapist. That was the answer. But the answer I found a different answer, of course. When when you are, I lost a little bit my train of thoughts. Sun is just shining on me.
That's just the way it is.
That's how it is. So what I am suggesting is that you take care of those things, and it's not about strong willing yourself not to eat the macarons. It's about being so much in tune with yourself, taking care of your body so much that your body will not crave the macaron. And even if it does, you look at it and you say, oh, I'm craving a macaroon. Why? Have I slept enough? Do I feel loved? Have I drank enough water? Those are the basic questions. We go deeper into this because it can be that effortless. And I know the hormones, I mean, with the hormonal changes, the monthly thing, I don't know if you've ever observed when you had a full cycle just before your period, I could eat a whole bakery,
Me too.
right? So I knew that this is the time that I need to take particular care, be very, very good at taking care of myself in that week. And if you are still on a cycle, here's what you do. That's a tip for hormones, for these cravings at that time, is you have to be hydrated. If you don't hydrate properly for the rest of the month, maybe, but this is like the week you really put your foot down. And second, you eat soups. You eat soups. And voila. And you won't be a monster who is, hungry, craving a drug addict, craving sugar.
Yeah, yeah.
And it comes with comfort. So you need in that moment, in that week, you need more comfort, more now squishy, something pleasant on your skin. I love wearing no sleeves because my hair, I have really good hair. They all the time caressing me. Oh my God. So all those things add up. So
Yeah.
I'm proposing that the macaron is not a guilt. It's not being alerted. It's just a message. And if you want to change, so it's like your body is craving something in this instance. And if you spend a little time thinking about it, why? And strategizing before that you crave the macaron, and you put that in your routine and your habits, you won't crave the macarons. You will. I virtually now, sometimes I go somewhere or my daughter brings something sweet and it smells good and looks good. And it's like, I want it. I take one bite. And sometimes I don't want to eat it. I take one bite, and it's on my tongue. And I'm like, no, this is not doing what I thought it's going to do for me. This is not what I'm craving now. I am craving something else, probably connection with her. something that we have in common, yeah? And she's in the season of her beautiful youth
Yeah.
that she can get away with many things for some time.
Yeah. Um, what about when we have these cravings and then we think, no, I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to drink water.
Mhm.
And then we eat an apple and then a yogurt and
Yeah.
then the chocolate because we could have just eaten the chocolate in the first place. But no, we hydrated. We ate the fruit. We ate the yogurt.
So I understand what you're saying. So I think with it's very good strategy to drink some water and then have some yogurt and then maybe apple. But here's the thing. Have you waited enough between your water, your
No,
yogurt,
no.
and the apple? It's just like you have your water, you have your yogurt, you have your apple. My craving is still here. I have to have it. I have to have the chocolate or
And
the
then you had
cookie.
so much that you feel a little sick.
Yes. So you need to drink the water and wait 10 minutes. And it's a 10-minute rule.
Right.
And maybe for you, you can shorten this. But if you develop habits that you always hydrated, that you always fully optimally hydrated, and most of us are not, and I'm guilty too. And I know when I'm traveling, when life is exciting, even today, I'm a little dehydrated because I woke up too late on my holidays before this call. Then when you develop the habit of doing it ahead, so I am like anything you do is manageable with a plan ahead strategy. And it's not more work, it's just more mindfulness for a short period of time. I invite you for my challenge about weight loss, where we'll start planning and thinking about it. And so you can experience hands-on what it means, because then you don't have to think about it. Especially, so for me, I'm an expat. I move countries all the time. And I previously I lived in Germany and I was there for full 8 years. And my daughter was at school, so my life was very regular. I was on such an autopilot, but a good autopilot. How we are on bad autopilot, or the autopilot that is conditioned by society or our environment or the needs of other people, we can get, but you need to do it intentionally, on the autopilot that serves you. You organize your environment, you organize your schedule, you organize your thoughts, and you go on autopilots and you brush teeth and don't eat macarons because it's part of your routine, because you no longer, because everything you've done, you ate your yogurt, you ate your apple, you drank your water. So when the occasion presents itself in the form of a macaron, your body says, I'm fine. Thank you. I don't need that. All my needs are taken care of. And
That's
that's the goal of what I'm doing. And I'm not tweaking the fight with macaron, the willpower, or the yogurt and the apple and the water there and then when you're already on the macaron. I offer you to tackle that way before,
Mhm.
and you do it only once and for life. Because once you understand, I actually want water, I need to hydrate, or I am just hungry and the macarons happens to be here, or I'm just sad,
right.
or I'm just anxious and it's my, security blanket, my sugar and dopamine just fires up in our brain. So for me, I wanted to do this weight challenge because I moved countries. My daughter left, and I found myself that I didn't have this super regulated life, and I had to put the puzzles again into the right places. So it's on autopilot.
Right.
And I'm not fully finished because I'm traveling like crazy, at least once, twice a month. I am away, and I just need to do more work. And I want to share this because I've constructed this for myself every single time I moved the country, where everything around changes apart from a husband.
Right. Well, some consistency is good, they say.
Yeah, some consistency. I'm still on the first one.
Okay, so tell us more about that challenge that's coming.
So the challenge is coming. The challenge is from 8 to the 15th of September. Spoiler alert, there are some bonuses before and after.
Yeah.
We are gonna meet every single day for a short Zoom call, and we will talk about what the next steps. So there will be about 15 minutes of teaching and then 15 to 30 minutes of coaching or reflective work. There will be worksheets or journaling prompts to accompany this. And we will, at the end of this challenge, you will feel empowered and you will realize that you can reconnect to your body, design a sustainable start to weight regulation without feeling deprived. You will shift from punishing and perfectionism to powerful self-leadership. No shame, no restriction, no hustle. We will do it the women's way, the soft way.
So
And
go on.
and you will not have to push through. And we will have some bonuses and stuff.
Nice. So, how important is community for us going through this?
So I think that community from women is absolutely crucial. It's not just for this, I think for everything.
Mm.
I think it's important to be surrounded, and some research shows this as well, that first of all, when you are surrounded by people who are going through the same thing or have the same goal and have the same difficulties, just being together in space, and it works over Zoom too, which I'm so excited about. It's like our neurons are getting together, and there is magic and the energy of togetherness for women, for sensitive ones, for intuitive ones. It's like we feel one another and we give one another strength. We support each other. And if you've never been in a container where it's only females, where you all the time exposed to this male energy when it's about punishment and rigid deadlines and being very strict with yourself, it's like butter. It's like being in a softest blanket and you're still warm. That's what it is about. So that's one. Second, there's always a good thing about being with other people and other women because we learn from one another.
Yeah.
Cognitively, we learn, and as a society, we've lost it. When we lived in multi generational structures, we learn from our elder women
Right.
while being supported by our peer women and looking after the ones that are coming the next generation. This is a gift we've lost in the structure of the society. And being in a community in women who are wanting this is a different ballgame. And the third thing is, if you are all the time bombarded in your world with the same duties, same demands, same energy, it's much more difficult to do it alone without support because we have doubts, we have inner talk, we have inner critic. And finally, in the age of ADHD, and I'm not saying everybody has ADHD, but it's crazy how we live and how we consume content and information, how those things have changed. We are all the time distracted. And I find for myself that having a container that is designated just to this one purpose helps me to prioritize that better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, having a guide to walk with you, to help you, to tell you that you can do it, not to punish you, not to tell you that your measurement is not right, but to tell you that you can still do it, even when you slip a little bit, when it gets a little wonky on the way. It's for me, it's a gift. I experience this all the time in my life, in how I set up my things. And I even do my self-talk to myself when I'm talking to you here. I'm listening to all my podcasts myself. I'm going to listen to this as well because I'm a little heavier. than I would like to be. So my goal for this is I'm going to do it along
Nice.
with everybody, with all the women who join us. And we will brag about it like there is no tomorrow, because you know what? We don't get to brag about our wins. And it doesn't matter if the win is 300 grams, 1 kilo, or 17 kilos. And I think that's what's also different in women. We don't have to have spectacular results on papers in a measurable way, but
Yeah.
how you feel, right? Even if at the end of the challenge, you decide that it's not worth your effort, you're happy as you are, all you want is to feel good about it, it's also a win.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree. Thank you so much for this. This was awesome. I'm looking so forward to it. Um, so I have a couple of, well, a few rapid questions for you, Gosha. Are you game?
I am game, but before we go and play that game, I want to say that I actually, for your audience,
Yes.
I have a special offer,
Nice.
and I have an offer of 14 pounds, British pounds. It's about $20. Um, they will get the VIP access during that challenge, which includes an extra time on the Q&A and coaching outside of the general community.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We need to be numerous joining this channel challenge,
Mm.
people.
Yes. So, and you can reach out to me on Instagram, which is at Gosia Nagy. That's Gosianagy. Or if you just use a hashtag simply well and beyond, you will definitely find me, and there will be information about that weight loss challenge, or simply click the link below that I think you're going to provide,
I
right?
am.
Feel
Yes.
free to reach out on DMs as well. I'm looking forward.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll put all the links in there. If there's anything more, just let me know.
Hmm.
It all over our community, also in our Facebook group, so that will be numerous joining you.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's go the questions.
yes, rapid
Let's do
fire.
it.
Let's go. Coffee or tea?
Oh my God, if I could, it would be coffee, for the flavor, but not how I feel.
Mm.
But for the benefits, like if it's not my tongue, but my body, it's tea. It's chamomile tea.
Oh, nice. Favorite go-to healthy snack?
I want to say celery stick, but it's not. It's not. It's you guys, it's fruit. I'm a fruit gal. I love fruit, and I love like fruit like papaya
Mhm.
or raspberries, but they raspberries like really ripe, like this deep red color raspberries
Nice. One thing, one song that always gets you moving.
that always gets me moving,
Yes.
mentally or physically.
I want to say physically, but I think you can go either way.
So physically, it's always like the 90s.
Mm.
I don't have a specific song. So I will dance to anything.
Yeah.
As long as it's not like abuse on my nervous system. But any song I have in my head on a hammer, on a constant hammer,
Yeah.
right? Any of them. I'm easily affected by songs, and I'm easily energized by almost any songs.
Awesome. What's what on your nightstand right now? Book, journal, sleep mask, phones.
Oh my God, you're gonna laugh. Blue light blocking glasses. And I use them religiously, and they've changed my life. I don't do screens in the evenings, but I'm even bothered by the artificial light from my husband. My husband goes around and switches on the lights in the evening. I go around and switch it off. And we started fighting about that. So I decided to buy myself the glasses, the blue and green light blocking glasses, and I wear them religiously, and they have to be on my nightstand because otherwise I won't find them.
Okay. Oh, that's a good. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Your favorite way to de-stress in 10 minutes or less?
Go to the seaside. So I am currently at the beach, so
There you go.
so that's one. And a second, if I was to do, it would be, I have a powerfully anchored song that that is just takes me home. Just takes me home. And I have it like it's my top. I have a shortcut on my phone. And even in the most stressful times, I'm an anxious flyer. So this is my song that I use to just, it's like a meditation with the word. It's a guided meditation for me. And the song and the music, it just brings me down, it grounds me. And you do need to do the work though to anchor this, otherwise it becomes a trigger for the stress.
Right.
I teach that too.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
One wellness habit you never skip.
Sleep.
If you had a wellness mantra, what would it be in 5 words or less?
Oh my God, a wellness mantra in 5 words or less. My body is talking to me.
Good. Thank you so much for being with us, Gosia, today. It was amazing. And I love how passionate you are about what you're doing. It really comes across. So thank you so much for showing up fully for us.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me and for your love for allowing me to talk to your audience. And yeah, and I hope this conversation brings hope, even if you don't show up to my weight challenge. I hope that you realize from this conversation that you've got the power to figure it out and you can do it the feminine way without pushing through.
Yes. Thank you.